Good afternoon, Facebook. We're excited to be back for another Career Coaching Live with the Kentucky Career Center. My name is Garrett Griffith. I'm a talent development specialist at our Kentucky Career Center in Florence. We're really excited about our guest today and the topic we're going to talk about. And we're joined today by Paula Barnes from Gateway Community and Technical College. So Paula, thank you so much for taking time to join us. We're excited to talk to you and to talk about the program today. I'm excited about it and how much fun it could be. So if you are watching, let us know in the comments that you can hear and see us. That's a big part of this being successful, is that you can hear and see what Paul and I have to say. So just throw that in the comments for us. We're going to get everybody maybe 30 to 45 seconds to join here. But just let us know that you can see and hear us. Throw it in the comments. Let us know where you're watching from today. That would be interesting as well if you want to throw that tidbit in the comments for us. And we'll jump into it. We'll talk about the program with Paula, and then we'll have time for Q&A at the end. So if at any point when we're going through this, you have a question, throw it in the chat for us, and we'll definitely get to it at the end. But Paula, thank you again for taking time to join us. We're excited.
Well, thank you for inviting me. I really appreciate the opportunity to share information about the Transportation Construction Certificate Program.
It's exciting. And Elizabeth, thank you for letting know that you can hear and see us both, and Gateway as well. Thanks for joining us. But again, we're really excited, and I guess we'll take 10, 15 seconds, just give some people time to join, and then we'll jump right into it if you're okay with that, Paula.
Sure.
Excellent. So, all right. A couple more seconds here. Elizabeth is watching from Carrollton, Kentucky. Thanks for watching today, Elizabeth. Elizabeth is one of our talent development specialists. So she is probably here to find out some information to take back to residents that she works with and job seekers that she works with. So, but Paula, we're just going to jump right into it. I've talked enough for 2 minutes and 15 seconds, so I'm going to give you a turn to talk here. So just take some time and introduce yourself to us and tell us a little bit about your role at Gateway.
Well, I work at Gateway Community and Technical College. I'm located at the Boone campus, but we do have 4 separate locations in northern Kentucky. I work in the Division of Workforce Solutions and Career Services. So basically, in a nutshell, I made a few little notes here. Basically, in a nutshell, we provide employers and agencies in the community with customized training programs in technical and leadership skills in all different types of industries. We mainly focus on training that leads to full-time employment with sustainable wages and benefits.
Excellent. It really goes hand in hand with what we do here at the Kentucky Career Center, is working with those in-demand sectors and pairing job seekers, to the big piece of it is that self-sufficient full-time wage. So that's what we're important. And I'm really excited to take time to talk about the Transportation and Construction Certificate Program. So that just segs into our next question that we have there, is really, what is the Transportation Construction Certificate Program, Paula?
The Gateway, University of Kentucky, and Kentucky Transportation Construction Certificate Program is a partnership between the Transportation Cabinet, Gateway Community and Technical College, and the University of Kentucky Transportation Center. The Kentucky Transportation Cabinet approached Gateway to provide this training for the local community in order to increase the number of minorities and women working in the transportation construction field. So that's like road work, or like if you're a flagger on the side of the highway. And so they approached us to provide this training. And we cover highway flagger, which you do get a certification for 2 years. We also cover OSHA 10, which is construction safety through the OSHA, and that is a lifetime certification. And then we also cover first aid CPR, which is a 2-year certification. And you have to have these 3 certifications in order to get a position on a road crew or any type of road work. If you're a
Okay.
flagger for Duke Energy or Kentucky Utilities or the gas company or even a city or a county, or if you work on a road crew for the transportation cabinet or any of the local counties, such as your road crew that does snow removal and things like that, or even for a private company that may be doing some of those road work projects in northern Kentucky.
Excellent. So there's a lot of options, it seems like. And what I'll do is Paula has shared some slideshow, like a PowerPoint. So I'm going to pull that up on the screen, and I'm going to go away, and it's going to show up on the screen. And I'll kind of let Paula work through the PowerPoint presentation. So I'm going to hide myself.
Okay. Also, with this program, you are not required to have a high school diploma or a GED. And if you have a criminal history, that's okay too. We can accept you into the program. Most employers that I work with will accept second and third chance employees. So that's not anything that you have to worry about if you're interested in the program. Also, you get exposure to commercial driver's license. So you get about 32 hours of that. So you're going to learn anything that you would need to know in order to get a permit, a commercial driver's license permit. Now, we do also offer those classes at Gateway. So this particular class, you can't get the permit. You have to go through the official class. But this is going to give you enough background and basic information to know if that is something that you would be interested in. You also get to practice your skills on a simulator, and then you actually get to go out, walk around the truck, learn all the different parts of the truck, and safety information about the truck, pre-trip inspection. So it's pretty extensive what you learn. And by the end of the course, you will know if you're interested in continuing on to get your commercial driver's license. Also, through the UK Road Scholar Program, we cover topics such as asphalt paving, concrete construction, safety on the highways, and then road signs and markings. So you kind of get basic information and terminology related to those specific topics. And it's just good background information for you to have if you're out working on a road project. Also, if you want to go on to the next slide, you can go on to the next slide. Also, the classes are held on Fridays only. So if you have another job or any other obligations that you have to meet, this is a good way to transition from maybe one type of position that you're in now. If you're in some type of if you work at a fast food restaurant or you work in a temporary or a part-time position, this would be a good program for transitioning into full-time employment while also learning a skill in the process. So that's one of the reasons why we only do the classes on Friday. They're from 8:30 a.m. until 4:30 p.m. And we do provide you lunch each Friday. They're going to be held at our Transportation Technology Center, the Gateway Transportation Technology Center, which is located on Madison Pike at the 275 interchange. So one of the questions here is, what is a day in the life for someone in the program? So you would come to class and in the morning, sign in, and each part of the class is broken up into 4 are okay. I was just
You disappeared for just a second there. Sorry.
okay. But the classes are presented in 4-hour increments. So each 4 hours, so morning and afternoon, you're going to be learning something new and different and have a different topic. And also, it's hands-on. Some of it is hands-on. Some of it is in class and lecture, but it's very interesting with a lot of interaction between the students and the instructors. So every day is going to be different. It's not going to be the same every single Friday when you come. This is the third year that we're going into this program. And the first year, I went through the entire program from beginning to end. It was very interesting. And every time I learned something new. So,
yeah.
So it's, if anyone is interested or you have more questions or you want to discuss it a little more, you can contact me. And then also at the end, on the very last day, we have a job fair and certificate ceremony. So we invite employers that are actively searching for employees with open job positions. And when they come to the job fair, the students and the employers, most all of the students get offered employment on the day of the job fair and the certificate ceremony. So potentially you could complete the program and be in a job the next week. So it's about 12 weeks long.
Okay.
And are there any other questions?
Well, I know, so I appreciate like the day in the life. And so one question that we had, I think I kind of got muted there for a second, was how can the program help someone start a new career? And I think you touched on that, so it's, throughout the whole program, 12 weeks, you're there on Fridays and you get the opportunity, you kind of get, like the PowerPoint showed, you get a little bit of everything in that training, and then it pairs you, I guess, and like you had mentioned, the career fair at the end. So they're prepared to provide offers on the spot to grad. Okay.
And also throughout the classes, we go over your resume, talk about updating your resume, which is something that I help you with. And we talk about job searching, especially now that things are virtual. And then we also prepare you for the job fair. So I will know prior to the job fair, the employers that are coming, and give you a little bit of information about those, kind of like inside info about the jobs that they're posting and what they're looking for in individuals, and helping you to tailor your resume in order to attract those employers.
Yeah, I think that's great. And like I said, that's what I love about being able to do these and learn about these programs, is move forward, is just how they really do set you up for success, that you're not just going to get this skill building and then you're just on your own. It's kind of a whole continuum, and you're working together to help find that career. And one thing I feel like maybe we didn't talk about this, and it's an important piece, is that there's no cost to this, correct?
That is correct. There is no cost.
Okay,
it's targeted toward women and minorities. But yes, no cost.
Okay, so I think that's a great thing about it. You had mentioned, it can be flexible on Fridays. You can work around your schedule, and that it's potentially no cost, and it's going to lead to a self-sufficient career that's going to provide a competitive wage and, more importantly, benefits, and that this is an in-demand field. There's no shortage of jobs for job seekers out there who obtain these certifications, your first aid, your OSHA, and the Flagger certification. Those are definitely big things to put on a resume, is that you're OSHA certified. So what we'll do is I've got one question left for you, Paula. But if you're out there and you're watching and you've been paying attention, we have a couple questions that have come through. If you have a question, go ahead and throw it in the chat. There is a little bit of a delay in most cases with this. It typically takes maybe a minute or so. So go ahead, and if you have a question, throw them into the chat, and we'll go forward from there. But Paula, if there's just anything else that you would like to share, some information about maybe when the class is going to start again, or helpful, fun to know facts, just go ahead and share them now. I'll turn it over to you.
Okay. Well, the class is going to start on Friday, February 5th at 8:30. and I can actually take your registration over the phone or through email. Also, one other thing I wanted to point out is most of the entry-level positions would be the highway flagger positions. So there you do learn about other opportunities to advance in the career. If a company hires you and you do great at your job as a flagger and you're interested in other aspects of the industry, they are willing to train you on the job to be an equipment operator, and even as much as get your CDL license. Excuse me. And the companies will generally pay for all of that. And then back to the no cost. So there is no cost for minorities and women at all. And then we also have another category that is like historically disadvantaged or has barriers to employment. But that's at this point, there isn't any cost. Now, for example, for an individual, but if we had, say, an employer that wanted to send some of their staff, then because they're not necessarily historically disadvantaged, we would work out something with them as far as price. But for just individuals through the Career Center that may have barriers to employment or other reasons, there's no cost.
Perfect. Excellent. And you'll see it scrolling across the bar on the bottom, and we'll definitely throw that in the chat at the end of the video is the contact information for Paula. And as she said, it's really easy to get registered for the program. It's just a simple phone call or email, and she'll get back with you. But Paula, we do have 2 questions that have come through. There were a couple of questions prior about cost, but I think we've answered that. So we do have 2 questions from Elizabeth. We're just going to throw them up on the screen here. So the first is the next start date.
The next start date is on February 5th. So it goes from February 5th through May 14th. And May 14th is the job fair and the certificate ceremony with the reception.
Okay. And this one, it may be hard. This is from Elizabeth as well, is just the success rate for the program. That might be hard to just throw off the top, but maybe there's a success story or just past successes that you've had with the program to share or just brag about it for a little bit, because it's a really neat program in my opinion.
Yes. So the people that have went through the program, the participants, like I said before, most all of them have been offered employment at the job fair from the employers that are present. And then we had one individual who went through the program, and you do get exposure to being on a college campus and finding out more about Gateway, meeting staff and faculty. He was not interested in the transportation construction, although he got the flagger certification, the first aid CPR, and the OSHA. One good thing about it is he was like, okay, I don't think this is for me. But he had talked with some of our instructors and got referred to the welding program. So he's now enrolled in the have certifications and be able to go out and get a job in the welding field at a pretty good starting rate. So even though he didn't go into the area of training, but it exposed him to Gateway and the other opportunities that we have, other programs that we have that lead to employment as well. So I feel like that's a success.
That is a success, and it goes back to tying it in. It's a whole package, right? It's not just you're getting this. You're establishing partnerships, you're networking, and in that instance, you went from finding out that maybe this isn't the career for me to being able to further his education in something else that's also in demand. So I think they're great successes. I don't see any other questions in the chat, but that doesn't mean it is 1 o'clock on a Tuesday. So if you watch this later when you're at home and you have a question that maybe we didn't answer, we didn't get to, or you want more information, you can throw it in the chat. And again, we're going to put Paula's contact information in the chat as well, so you can reach out to Paula with questions, or more importantly, to register for the February 5th class. But I just want to thank everybody for joining us, Paul, especially you taking time out of your day to share this with us. We're excited about it. I think it's a great program, and I'm definitely going to take it and share it with my customers here in Florence. So thank you so much for coming on today. And if we have any further questions that come out of this, I'll definitely reach out to you if I can't answer it.
Okay, that sounds great. And thank you so much for inviting me to share this information. So I really appreciate it. And like I say, if anybody has any questions about this program or just Gateway in general, so give me a call or contact me.
Sounds great. And Paula, thank you so much for taking time to join us today. Don't forget to join us next Tuesday at 1 or Thursday at 9:30 as Haley speaks with another employer. So Paula, thank you so much for taking time, and everybody, thanks for taking time out of your day to join us. Have a great day, everybody.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.